What is going on, YouTube family? Welcome back to another episode of NAS100 analysis today. I hope you guys have been doing really well this week in regards to collecting your pips and collecting your points as you do, And also, if you're new to this channel, this is the first time you coming across this channel, okay, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification, and drop us a like. I believe, it's my personal opinion, that you're going to find this channel super useful. So whenever I release a video, you be one of the first to get it. Alright, so with all of that covered, we're going to get straight into it, right? So first thing, what I'm going to do is we're just going to look at the news real quick. So we're just going to have a quick look. What today is the 19th, okay. I'm just going to go to the 21st. Okay, so the news that came out over Monday, right? Because I did a video last week, not this week, right? It was just standard basic, right? So we came in a lot more than what was forecast. Let's see what the meaning of this was. Okay, so greater or actual is good for currency. Okay, so basically, according to this, price was supposed to fall, right? So we're going to go and take a look at that, what happened on a Monday. And so what we can see here is tomorrow we got a whole bunch of news coming out. Let me get rid of all of this. We want all the important stuff. Okay, so tomorrow we got unemployment claims coming out. Okay, so we've got to be mindful about that. That's going to be 1:30 GMT. So obviously just make sure you check your time where you are to make sure that obviously you are aware that this is going to be taking place. And then on Friday we have two more news coming out. Flash manufacturing PMI and flash services PMI. So we'll see what they're saying about that. But first things first, let's take a look to see what happened in regards to the Monday to this news, right? Because the news was good. So Monday, where are we? Monday. Okay, so Monday we had that drop. That's it over here. So let me just zoom in real quick in this area. And then we're going to talk about some of the other stuff I discussed as well, right? So Monday, 11, 12. Okay, so Monday, this was it. So this candle from here up to this level, when that news broke, that's what we got, and then it bounced from this level all the way back, right? Now, the vibe that I've been saying for the last video in regards to this area over here, and this is one of the reasons why I haven't released so many videos this week, because the story's been pretty much the same. It hasn't really changed, which is that currently price is ranging in this area, so in this box. So if I was to get rid of this over here, and we're just gonna get rid of this for now, right? We're just gonna get rid of this for now, and let's get rid of these price points. If you want to know what these price points were about, just check out the previous video. All the information about that is in there, right? So we're gonna get rid of that, but we're gonna keep these boxes as they are because they're still super valid, right? It's still super valid. So price is still ranging, and I talked about a little rule that I will be using to take advantage, but I haven't really been following it, to be honest with you. I haven't really been following it. I've just been taking trades here and there, and sometimes it went good, sometimes it went bad, just depending, because all of this is, it's like you just need to do something, right? So I've been taking trades. So what I'm going to do is, first things first, so the rule that I talked about is if we get a close down here and we get some type of consolidation right down here, okay, especially a consolidation like this. So where is my thingamajig? This is the one we want. Okay, right, so if we get a trend like this under this channel right here, right, something like this, right, something like that. Let me just rejig this so it really pops. Okay, so we get something like this, and we get price moving in it here like that, under here, right, under this level right here. Okay, I'll be thinking about taking a sell. That is the vibe I'm going to be going with. I could be right, I could be wrong, but that's the vibe I'm going with. And if we have the same thing but looking this way up here, right, then we're going to get the same type of moves, something like this, where I am more likely to think about taking buys, right? So if you get this, the reverse version down here, I'm thinking about taking sells. If you get the reverse version up here, I'm thinking about taking buys, right? Now, if it's just a standard range, like what we got going on over here, so it's like just flatlined, okay, like this, and it's bouncing in between, I'm waiting until I get a close underneath the range or a close above the range to tell me what to do. Now, if this range is down here somewhere, okay, then I'll be looking to obviously, well, if it's down here, then I'll be waiting for a close underneath it. But if it happens within this zone right here, so let me just highlight this real quick. Okay, so if it happens within this zone, so if we get this flat line, well, not flat line, so if we get this range down here, okay, but it's within these zones over here, okay, then I'll be thinking about taking a buy to catch what is in this current range at the moment. Same thing up here. Same thing up here. I'll be thinking about taking a sell from this location if it starts ranging up here, okay, right? Now, obviously, this is what I am saying, but however, it is important that I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving you financial advice. I expect you to do your homework, understand what it is you're doing, how you're doing it, before you make moves in the market. Because, like I say, if you get it wrong, the only person you can blame is yourself. But however, if you do get it wrong, don't obviously take on a negative approach, because like anything you're learning, okay, the first parts or the early stages of you learning, you're going to be making a lot of mistakes, and in those mistakes you're going to know what to keep doing and what not to keep doing, right? So everything I'm showing you now comes from obviously taking L's, right? That's how I know these things, and obviously learning some of these things on YouTube as well. But ultimately, I have to put them to the test to know if it's valid or not, okay? And in the test, I've realized certain situations mean certain things and certain things don't. And depending on where they appear on the charts, will give a strong probability in which direction it is most likely to go in. However, if you see any of these structures that I talked about, and it's just before news is about to break, okay, it could send that thing any way it wants to send it. So it doesn't necessarily have to obey anything that the textbooks would have shown us, or anything that we would have learned off YouTube, or anything we would have learned from mentors. It will just do whatever it wants to do. So you just got to be mindful about the news. Hence why I talked about that at the very beginning of the video. So let's get rid of this, right? So as it stands right now, okay, these two locations, these two rules, okay, I'm still working off them, right? I do take trades in the middle. If I see it's going a way that I believe is going to work to my favor, okay? But however, these are the ones where I would be more happy to add more on, okay? To get more bang for my buck, basically. So that's the vibe. Now, in regards to the moves that I have made, right, this week, right? So what is it? So Monday, I took a trade up here, right? So I took a trade just under this level over here. So let me just zoom in, right? So Monday, I waited for price to close below this low right here, okay? And then as soon as it closed, I took this wick down here, all the way down to this bottom, and I was stopped out by a trailing stop at this level right here by this wick over here. Okay, so that's what happened. And what I should have done was I should have rejoined the market to ride it to the upside, but obviously I didn't see it. So I just left it as that, and that was just my lucky day trade. Then I took a bunch of buys up here on Tuesday, okay, and that went horribly wrong. As you can see, price came down and obviously took me out. So I think I got in on this one over here. So I took this buy up here. I just thought it was just going to keep going up, and it just didn't work out. And literally, it pulled back down again, and I got closed out, which is fine. It happens, okay. And then today, I did 3 trades. 3 trades today, okay. I won 2 and I lost 1, okay, and the third one I lost, it should have been a win, but it's just where I had my stop, it wasn't a suitable location. So the first trade that I took, right, which was in the early hours of the morning, was around this level right over here, around this level. One of these two I took anyways, right? So I just got it right here, I rolled it all the way down, okay, and then I obviously I was taken out by trailing stop, this one over here, okay. So as soon as I was taken out over here, what I then did, which in hindsight was a really silly move, was I jumped in again with another sell, right? Actually, no, I jumped in again with a buy because I believe price was going to reverse, sorry. But I had my stop targeting this wick over here. It was super tight, and this wick took me out. So then I waited for price to go past this level over here, and then I then joined the market. And as it stands, I think I am still in it. Okay, so let's see if it's gone below. So I'm still in this particular trade, right? It could obviously take me out, but ultimately I'm still in it. My trailing stop is just under here, so we got something secured, but we'll just see how it goes. We see how it goes, you know. I mean, we do have a doji up here, so that could indicate literally that price is about to fly back down and take me out of my position. It could easily happen, right? But at the meantime, I've kind of regained what I lost in this position over here, okay? And the gain that I've locked in has reinforced the gain that I got from this level down to this level. So far today's been a relatively cool day in terms of gains, right? So just going to zoom out briefly, and we're just going to talk about where I think what we need to look out for. All right, so as it stands right now, in this game, right, this area is a super volatile area to be in regards to taking a trade, because it can go in any direction, because we are in the range at the moment. So I wouldn't recommend any of you to do anything in this area, especially if you're new to this or if you don't know what it is that you're doing, right? And obviously, if you're not knowing what it is you're doing, most likely means you're new to this, right? Now, for those that are quite experienced, they're going to know how to navigate this area really simply, right? And it's super easy. Essentially, if price starts pulling back from this level over here, or from around this level over here, like it's doing so right now, okay, you could consider putting in sells just to capture this location right here. All right, anything more than that, you're kind of pushing your luck. You want it to break through. Now, you could get that. You could actually see what's going on right now, take a sell, and then it rises all the way down, breaks this level over here, which is a daily low from way back, right? And then it will just fly all the way back down again, get to this level, and then hope that it breaks down even further and then starts consolidating at this level, at which point you may think about adding more trades on. And once again, not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I expect you to know what it is that you're doing. Just don't go off what I'm saying, right? You need to know what it is that you're doing, because like I say, I make mistakes too, right? So that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting at the moment. This area, super risky, be careful. And apart from that, that is the update for today in regards to how I think you should navigate the market. This is the area of interest for me personally, is anything around this level, which this whole block here is a zone, right? So we could start consolidating with pin hammers right at this level, really small, but it's below this low right here, okay? And we could get the same thing up here, but the bottom line is we're getting a consolidation at these levels, which is letting us know that this could be an opportunity to jump on for a big push to I don't know, let's just say maybe to about this level over here, okay, maybe to about this level over here. So we could get that push all the way down here, which is going to be great, all right? And at the same time, it could kind of happen up here and push all the way up. Now, looking at the location where this is right now, okay, do I think that's going to be the case? Highly unlikely, but you never know. You never know. So if you look at this on a higher time frame, right? So let's just go to a day real quick. Take a look and see how it looks on a day, right? Let's see how it looks on the day. In my opinion, looking at this massive build up here, okay, I will go off the assumption that price is about to start collapsing very, very soon. Ideally, we want to get the sell from up here, but it's risky. Okay, so let's just wait for it to come into this zone, and then we can then figure out how we're going to play it, in my opinion. And like I always say, I expect you to do the homework. So let me just put a price point up here again, so at least you guys know. And it's also in the other video as well. It might be off by a couple pips or a couple points, right? If you look at the other video, but roughly we're looking at this box area and this box area over here to help us figure out exactly how we're going to move. Once again, so with all of this covered, right, I want to thank you guys for coming out and obviously hanging out with me today. And if you find the content useful, definitely drop us a like, definitely leave us a comment. I want to hear what you guys got to say. Okay, if you really loved what I talked about right now, okay, you can also drop us a super thanks, right? But outside of that, guys, you have a wonderful week this week, right? And I look forward to seeing you in the next video, which will be very, very soon. So for now, this is Pips and Points signing out.